Hello, welcome to your science lesson for Thursday, the 21st of January. Our key question today is, what are the different types of animals? We've had a look at the diet of animals, and we've found out that there's herbivores, omnivores, and carnivores. And now we're going to have a look at different types of animals. There are different types of animals. We can sort these into groups. We have mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles, fish, and insects. So let's have a look at what makes each group individual and what makes them different. So let's have a look at the first one. We've got mammals. Mammals are warm-blooded animals. That means that they make their own heat, that their skin feels warm and that they can keep themselves warm. They are warm-blooded animals. They normally have hair or fur on their bodies. Mammals live on land and they can live in water. Mammals give birth to live babies, which drink their mother's milk. So let's have a look. We've got some examples of mammals that live on land here. We've got monkeys, dogs, horses, lions, cows, and giraffes. And there's mammals that also live in the ocean. We've got dolphins and whales, are both mammals that live in the seas. And we've also got us. We are mammals. We are warm-blooded. We have hair. We live on land. And we give birth to live babies. And those babies can drink their mother's milk. So we are mammals. Let's have a look at the next animal. We've got birds. Birds are warm-blooded animals that have feathers, beaks, and wings. The feathers are special because they are only found on birds. We don't find feathers on any other type of animal. So we've got feathers, beaks, and wings. Birds lay eggs and their mothers sit on them until they hatch. Most birds can fly, but there are some birds that can't fly. So we've got a robin, which we would see here in our country. We've got a toucan, which we would find in a tropical country. A blue tit, which is also found in our gardens, in the British gardens. We've got an ostrich. An ostrich is a bird that can't fly. It's too heavy to fly, but they are very fast runners. And we've got a penguin who lives in a cold habitat. So they live somewhere cold. So birds are found all over the world. The next type of animal is an amphibian. Amphibians are cold-blooded animals. Now that means that they like to lie in the sun to keep themselves warm. They have moist skin, so slightly damp, a little bit wet, and they have webbed feet. And that means that they've got bits of skin that connect their sort of fingers together and it helps them swim through the water. And amphibians lay eggs. So here are some examples. We've got a frog and a toad. We've got a newt and a salamander. So they're small, they look a little bit like lizards. Okay, and they live in the water and they lay eggs and they are an amphibian. Then we've got reptiles. Reptiles are cold-blooded animals again, so they like to lie in the sun to keep themselves warm. They can live on land and in water. Reptiles have scales, ear holes, so they don't have ears like ours where they stick out. They just have the hole on the side of their head. And they have dry skin. So that's the difference if you was holding an amphibian and a reptile, is the amphibian would feel cold and wet and the reptile would be dry. And reptiles also lay eggs. So we've got a snake, a crocodile, a tortoise, and those are our different types of reptiles. Okay, so they all have those same things. They have ear holes on the sides of their heads, and they have that scaly skin that's dry. Then we've got fish. Fish are cold-blooded animals that live in water. Fish have fins and gills. And gills are found on the side of the fish's body, on their sort of neck area. And that's how they breathe underwater. They take water in through their gills and take the oxygen and push it out again. Okay, so they don't breathe like us through our mouths. They breathe underwater through their gills. And fish lay eggs in the water. So we've got a clownfish like Nemo. We've got a fish like Dory. And then the other fish that we've got here is a shark. And a shark is quite a big fish, but they are still a fish. They've got the gills on their neck, they lay eggs, and they have fins. What makes them different to a whale and a dolphin is that they are mammals, are warm-blooded, and whales and dolphins give birth to live babies. Okay, so a whale, when a whale gives birth to a tiny whale. Okay, but when a shark gives birth, it gives birth to little eggs that have to grow and hatch, and it will grow into a shark. Okay, so sometimes that can be a little bit confusing. We think that a shark is a mammal, or you might think that a dolphin is a fish. Okay, but sharks are fishes, and dolphins and whales are mammals. The last one we're going to have a look at is insects. Insects normally have 3 parts to their bodies, and most insects have 2 sets of wings, but some insects don't have wings. Insects lay eggs, and they can live in water and on land. So we've got a butterfly here that has 3 parts to its body, and it has 2 sets of wings. We've got an ant here. He's got 3 parts to his body, but he hasn't got any wings. We've got a bee who's got 3 parts to their body and 2 sets of wings. We've got a stick insect who has 3 parts to their body but no wings. Most insects also have 6 legs, but not all insects. Okay, so these insects here you can see have all got 6 legs, but some of them have more than that. And we've got a beetle who's got the 3 parts of the body, and most beetles actually do have 2 sets of wings hiding underneath their shell or their hard exoskeleton. Okay, so our activity today is we're going to be making our own zoo. When you go to the zoo, the animals are normally grouped by the type of animal and where they live. So let's have a look at a map of a zoo. So here is a map of a zoo in Paignton. And this zoo has got lots of different animals in different areas. So we're just going to have a look at some of them. Here in this red circle it says reptile nursery. So they've popped all the reptiles together in that part of the zoo. So if you wanted to go and see the reptiles, you could go to the reptile nursery. Okay. Then we've got some birds here. So those birds are there together. Now there might be some other birds scattered around, but they normally put lots of birds in one area. We've got some more reptiles that are together, the crocodile and the tortoise. You can see those together. We've got the amphibian ark. So if you wanted to go and see all the amphibians, they would be there. And then we've got lots of big areas that have lots of mammals. Okay, so they're normally together. We can't put them in the same part because some of those mammals are carnivores and they would eat each other. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is you're going to create your zoo using anything you have at home. So you could get a big piece of paper and draw the 6 different parts of the zoo to hold the 6 different types of animal that we've looked at. And then you could add toy animals if you've got them. You could draw the animals if you think that you could do that. Or what we're going to do is I'm going to pop up lots of pictures of different types of animal on the class page that you might be able to print off and cut out the types of animal you want in your zoo and stick them on. Or you could use your construction toys like wooden blocks and Lego, and you could build your zoo. You could build 6 different places that those animals could live. You could use your toy animals if you've got them, and you can put them into the different houses. the different areas of your zoo. You could draw them and cut them out and put them in, or you can use the pictures that are online. So I hope you have a good go at this and have some fun making your zoo, and have a go at finding those different types, those mammals. You could even do some fish if you'd like to. That zoo didn't have any fish because normally you go to an aquarium, but you could add a fish house in too. So you could have birds, mammals, insects, amphibians, reptiles and mammals. So they're the 6 areas I want you to try and create and find different animals that are those types of animal. So hope you have lots of fun with that. See you soon. Bye.